everybody, it's Storytime with Alicia again. And this week our theme is feelings and most specifically being worried. So we're going to read a book and about being worried. And we're going to sing a song just about feelings in general, and we're going to do a craft where we make little worry dolls that can maybe help you if you have any worries, to help you feel better and feel less worried. So the first thing I'll do is the song. And it's familiar. Some of you will recognize this because it sounds like, it starts out like If You're Happy and You Know It, but it changes as we go. So here we go. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're scared and you know it, hide your face. If you're scared and you know it, hide your face. If you're scared and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're scared and you know it, hide your face. If you're surprised and you know it, jump in the air. If you're surprised and you know it, jump in the air. If you're surprised and you know it, then your face will really show it. If you're surprised and you know it, jump in the air. All right, I need some help. What's another feeling we could do for this song? What do you think? What did you say before? Do you remember? How about, I'm trying to get help from my helpers. How about if you're sleepy? Is that a feeling, or is that just how? I guess you feel sleepy. If you're sleepy and you know it, give a big yawn. If you're sleepy and you know it, give a big yawn. If you're sleepy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're sleepy and you know it, give a big yawn. How about worried, since we're learning about worried? Yeah, what do you think? Sad? Did we do sad? No. We didn't do sad. How about this one? Okay. If you're sad and you know it, make a frown. If you're sad and you know it, make a frown. If you're sad and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're sad and you know it, make a frown. Okay, so today's book is called Ruby Finds a Worry. And there's Ruby. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high. And she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worries started to grow. Each day it got a little bit bigger. Does that happen to you guys? Your worries ever grow? I know mine do. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. Let's Getting big. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in the kitchen at dinner time. It filled up half the school bus. Oh my gosh! It took up whole rows at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Hey, there's a cat at the movie theater. Then one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. A lot of people have them. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing you can do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. The end. That happens to a lot of people. Everybody worries, and it's good to tell somebody about your worry. And that could always help you feel better. You could tell your mom or dad or your teacher, anybody, your dog. And so today the craft we're going to make is we're going to make a worry doll out of sticks and this embroidery floss. This is kind of thread you can get at Walmart or craft store. Just some sticks you find in your backyard or wherever. We're going to chop them up into small pieces. So that's all you'll need, and you'll need some glue. You can use hot glue or actually white school glue. Probably works better. I just don't have any right now. And then a marker, some kind of marker at the end. So when I was young, I got this box from a gift store, and inside there are a bunch of little dolls, and they were called Guatemalan worry dolls. And according to the legend, Guatemalan children would tell their worries to one of these little dolls. And maybe if you have a bunch of worries, you can tell one worry to each, and then they put it under their pillow at night, and then in the morning their worry would be gone. So the doll would take their worry away. And this could really help because it's a way you can tell somebody about your worry, and that sometimes can help you stop worrying about things if you talk about it. Tell somebody. So these are cute little dolls that are made with thread, and they're kind of bendy, so there's probably wire under there. And we're not gonna do them as complicated as these ones, but we're gonna make our own using sticks. It's pretty simple. So you just take a stick and you can wrap it in this thread, So there's one I made, and there's one my daughter made. And we just used thread for hair. You can try to do it different ways. Maybe you could make hair dangling down. Or these ones have tiny, tiny rocks that are glued to their heads. You can try different materials. It's pretty simple, so I'll show you how to do that. The first thing you do is you take a stick you want to use and just cut it as big as you want. You can make it a couple inches, you can make it smaller. The smaller they are, they're a little harder to work with, but they're pretty cute. So you can use like garden clippers, or you could even use scissors. It just doesn't leave as clean of a cut. So this is where you would need grown-up help to clip this piece of wood. So you start with your stick, and I'll just do a straight one for now. So you got your stick, and then you want to pick out the color yarn that you want to wrap around. So you got to think, what color do you want? You do a little bit of hair, or just a little bit of skin color, and then another color for clothes, or you can just make it all whatever color. It could have, and it doesn't have to have a skin tone skin color. You could have blue skin. It could have any color. So just pick your colors, and you can do multiple colors, and I'll show you how to do that. So you've got your embroidery floss, your thread, and just have, so they come in these big strands like this, and then you can see the ends. There's a few different pieces, so it's good to just not use, you could probably use the whole thing and it's fine too. I just pulled out 2 strands and stuck together. So I'm just going to kind of leave a little tail and hold that with my thumb of my hand I'm not going to use to wind, and then you just start winding around, and then you kind of want to make sure you wind down on top of that little tail, and that will keep the thread staying on there like that. Now I'll use some pink for a face, and so you just keep your thumb holding that strand that was left from the brown, from that first color, and you just do the same thing and add another little tail for the pink, and then just wrap it around all of them so it holds down all that stuff. And then you can cut that brown strand now with some scissors, so you'll need scissors too. You can cut that strand, and then just keep continuing that way down the stick until you get through to the bottom, through all the colors you want to use. So I got all the way to the bottom of mine, and you see there's little strings hanging out. So you can glue those strings with a glue gun, just use a little dab, or you can use white glue, which might work better. It just takes longer to dry. The glue gun's a little hard. You have to just use a tiny bit, and it's a little messy. It's not the ideal type of glue to use, I don't think. Plus, it gets hot. So if you use a glue gun, get some parent help with that part too. Okay, so there's that, and then I'll add some eyes with a marker. Just decide where I want my little face to be. Just put it right here. And a little smiley. And then, if you want, you can even decorate the dress or the clothes, whatever kind of clothes you think this is. You can even do little designs on there if you want with your marker. You can use different colored markers, however you want to do it. And that is it. So there's your worry doll, and you can make a bunch. You can put one under your pillow after you tell it your worries, if you have any worries, and then hopefully in the morning your worries will be gone. So I hope you like making these little guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.